This is Jose Trujillo. I happen to be the world's greatest living artist. It's just the way it is. I don't know how else to put this, but the art world chose me. Alright, let's do this. I got a canvas here that I'm preparing. This is going to be an 11 by 14 inches. What's up, Jay? How's it going? What's happening? What's up, people? So let's do this painting. Boom. Hey, very cool, man. Thank you. We're barely getting started with the monthly subscription courses, but I already put all of the videos that I've done so far that were available in my platform already. Some of those videos are worth 300 bones. People have paid me 300 bones just for some of those videos. Very cool. Hey, check out all of them, but Jay, make sure to check out the one on Facebook. The one on Facebook, growing an audience on Facebook. I have an artist who I mentor for a few years by now. Maybe he's been mentoring with me for about, I don't know, maybe he started 4 years ago. And he grew his Facebook page like that. Like, he started implementing that so fast. And very cool. Hola, voy a pintar un landscape. I'm going to paint a landscape. Voy a pintar un paisaje. Paint a landscape. Yeah. Yes, I mean, all of those videos are just pure gold. But if you're looking to learn how to market and sell your work, some of those videos are just like, they're out there. I love that. And I'm gonna start uploading more. I promised 2 new videos in the live call. I'm gonna start setting that up, a live call, for all the people that are signed up to the membership. But I promised two new videos every month. What I'm going to start doing right now is more than 2 videos a month, because I want to be able to deliver as much value. And so we're going to speed things up with some of the value. I'm going to start delivering more value faster so that people have content to start watching right away. And learning, most importantly. Learning. I have some videos prepared already for composition. Completely on just how to compose paintings, how to use the rules of composition so that your paintings, so that people actually want to buy your paintings. They want to look at them. Composition has a lot to do with that. One of my buddies wrote a book on composition and the importance of structuring a painting if you want to make sales. Also, there's so much about that area. People have been asking me for palette knife, exclusively palette knife paintings, painting in acrylic, painting on paper, watercolor, and so that's just some of the stuff that I'm going to be teaching in my platform on when it comes to artwork. When it comes to marketing and selling, man, I got some really cool stuff prepared for you guys. We're gonna start uploading some eBay videos, how to do it on eBay. Oh, thank you so much, Annette. Appreciate that. And we're gonna start uploading some videos on how to work with interior designers. And I got so many pieces of content that I'm gonna be dropping. It's just unbelievable because I've learned so much throughout the years, and so this is stuff that I've been teaching other artists through consulting, through coaching. And we're gonna start putting it in video format. It's gonna be freaking amazing. Amazing. I'm excited just about, simply about being able to share the stuff that I learned. And I continue to learn stuff, you know. Some of the stuff that I'm currently learning now it's a whole different thing. It's about leverage, right? Some of the stuff that I've been learning lately, it's about leverage. The Rona helped me start thinking about leverage as opposed to just work hard. That's very important, by the way, okay? The aspect of hard work is very important. I think it should never go away, but there's also leverage to learn. And so I've been learning how to leverage myself through ads, through other people's accounts, other people's emails. Man, I'm gonna be showing you guys some crazy stuff that works for me. And so why not share it with the peeps that follow me? For bigger works, absolutely. Yeah, I have a whole list of the videos that we're going to be doing, and big works, large works is going to be, we're going to have a few of those. We're going to have large works, not just how to prepare the whole thing. I'm going to be stretching canvases, large canvases, and all of that, but how to compose large works so that you're doing it in an effective way if you're trying to create series of them. So how do you work just a little faster than the average artist, or a lot faster depending on what you want to do, and also how to hang those works in an exhibit if you're the one exhibiting, how to package and insure those works, and how to create boxes for them, crates for them. And man, we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. It's all going to be for beginner, amateur, whatever you want to call it, to professional, like pro artist that is not just creating work every now and then, but it's actually making a substantial income from it. And so those types of things, those lessons are going to be just like stupid valuable. Because people don't teach any of that out there. No one's teaching any of that. And so I also have plans of partnering with other artists who are pro. Like I want to be able to give you guys the very best. So a lot of the stuff is, 90% of the stuff is going to be teaching you what I'm doing. But I have some friends in really nice higher places that I think will be able to share their knowledge as well. And I'm talking about artistically, of course, not politically high places, artistically, that are doing some really great stuff. And so those are plans for the future. Right now, we're going to be sharing everything that I got. So I think it's going to be, it already is the best thing that I've done since I went full time. I think it's hands down, it's the best thing I've done. The simple fact of providing so much information at such a low cost is just I mean, it's the best thing I've done simply because of that. I stay crazy with those low prices, huh? I think it's the way to go, you know. I really do. I think that there's a lot of talk about high pricing and all of that, but I think when it comes to content, I think that if the content is good, if the content is very good, there is no need. This is how I think. There is no need to be amping up the price. The people themselves will come. That's my strategy also on eBay. Like, the content has to be good. If the content is good, people will start coming. And so that is what I've been doing with the monthly subscription. Make the content, like, make it really good. And I'm not one to be, if you've seen my videos, they're not, the editing is not top quality. I mean, it's just me and my cell phone, you know. The editing's not top quality. The content is. What I care most about is the content, because the content is everything. There's plenty of artists out there who are doing some tremendous work with editing their videos, but the content sucks. You know, like, if you go on YouTube, you see some great videos, but the content sucks because they're not doing any of the work. They're doing great work, creating great content. Creating great videos that appears to be great content, but if you start watching the video, you realize there's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing there. I'm not going to learn anything. There is no real, hey, look, I'm going to be showing you how to work Facebook ads so that you start selling your artwork. That's content. That's real content. How to target the audience, how to retarget the audience, all those things. Depending on what you do, if you're looking just to drive some traffic to your website, drive some traffic to your auctions, or simply just sell commissions, or even how to get gallery shows using LinkedIn ads. Which is, it's banana shit that I've learned throughout the years, that I know 99% of artists don't know this. I know that. I know this for a fact. And so just sharing this stuff is like, I think it's going to be a game changer. I think a lot of artists are really going to start making some serious changes in their careers, which is what I wanted. Stuff that works. And I promised myself I wasn't going to put anything that I'm not doing or haven't done. Since the beginning of when I started sharing videos on YouTube, I made a promise to myself. I was like, Jose, promise yourself. Promise yourself. Only share stuff that actually works, that I've done, that I know, that I didn't read somewhere, that someone, it's not because someone told me. You know, it's not because, dude, my kid's going bananas over there with the Xbox. It's not because I read it somewhere or somebody told me, or I have a friend who has a friend who has a friend who knows this. No. If I've done it, and it worked, I'm gonna share it. If I've done it and it didn't work, I'm not sharing it. Only the shit that has worked and that continues to work is what I'm gonna be sharing. So boom. Gold dust, I love that. Heard his niece. I love that. Yeah, Lizette's packaging some paintings right now. We had to. Well, it's not just that we had to. It was a matter of what do we call this? Morality or ethical, to send our workers home so that so they quarantine. And so Lizette and I are the ones stuck in the studio with my son screaming all day and over there in his little office playing Xbox. Dude, anybody's got some kids who play Xbox? Am I the only one who goes bananas with this? Cause like, dude, come on. Why are you screaming so much? Or okay. Because I thought it was just me. But apparently it's not. People tell me that it's not just me. Three kids? Nope. Then it's just me.
Wait, we're the only one with the screaming Minecraft?
No. Someone says 3 kids too. Oh, I got them here with me. Sorry. So the lady that cleans our studio, the art studio, she was here today with her assistant, and I asked them the same question. I was like, "Hey, you ladies have a screaming kids?" Because my kid just went bananas, like from 0 to 60. He was fine, and then they got here, and I don't know what it is about sound. Because when I'm making videos is when he's the loudest, and he just went bananas. He's like fighting with his friends on Xbox and whatnot. And then they looked at me and they told me that they had actually adult children, right? Like in their late 20s or whatever. And they're like, yeah, they still behave that way. I was like, oh man, I'm so not looking forward to that one. I never played video games, so I don't know. I don't understand the whole video game thing. I never played video games. Yeah, I didn't have that upbringing. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I got sent to work. When I was a teenager, I got sent to work. Right after school, do your homework and then go work in either the family business or go find a job. You gotta go do something. We don't want you at home watching TV. My mom, my dad always kept me busy doing something, not chores, work, like always some sort of job or something. So I never experienced the whole video game thing. A lot of friends of mine were like, I mean, no shame on it. I just don't understand it. See, there he is again. A lot of friends of mine are like GTA, they play GTA and whatnot, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is, man. I was working. My immigrant ass was working. I didn't have that. I'm kind of jealous. I'm a little envious that I don't have that. Sounds like fun. So this is a little owl that I'm gonna be making here for you guys. Look at that. So again, not most of it, just about everything that I do, if it's figurative, if it's some sort of figurative work, I make a rough sketch like this. Okay? And I call it a rough sketch, but it's not that rough. It's a little rough, but not that rough. It's not realism, so I'm not thinking about how to make it look like a photograph or like a highly, I don't know, representational piece. And I get it with my kid because he's like, it's quarantine, you know? He's bored. Dude's bored. I'll be punching the walls or something at his age. Pissed off. Staying at home. Spend a lot of time like outside of the house. When I was growing up. I think that's why I liked having a job so early in my life, because it was like a way to not be home, to go do something. You know, I always felt anxious, a little anxious being at home, and like I never understood when, like, my wife comes from a different, a little slightly different background than mine, where she spent like weekends, you know, with her siblings on a sofa watching movies. I didn't have that. I didn't know what that is. I have no idea what. Look at that. Boom, baby. Yeah, she would tell me, my wife would tell me that you know, they'd be they could watch movies the entire day on a sofa with her sisters, and I was like, I don't think Maria would have been happy with that. My mom's name is Maria. I don't think Maria would have been happy with that. She would have been like, don't you have something to do? Get up, go do something. Yeah, I'm not joking. Maria was like a little drill sergeant. She's this petite woman, little short woman, but she was like a drill sergeant. And it wasn't so much that she was screaming, because she wasn't a screamer. It was because she was sharp, you know. She was always like, "We're gonna do this. You're gonna wake up at 4 in the morning. you're gonna go take care of such and such things. No BS type of thing. Yeah, she was legit. My dad was more laid back. You know, I mean, he did stuff like that too, where he was like, you know, you're gonna, like random stuff, like we're gonna go and I don't know, like go fix that car, but we have to be there at 3 in the morning. And I'm like, how? Why do we have to be there at 3 in the morning? You know, I think he would just do it just to mess with me, you know? Just to make sure I didn't get any sleep and see how I would feel. But out of the two, I think Maria was more intense. Look at that. Yeah, where I got my ambition and self-discipline. Yeah, I think it was definitely my mom. And it says we were out all day in the fields, only came home for dinner. Yeah, and we loved it. Plenty of farm work. Absolutely. I did grow up in my mom and dad grew up in ranches in Mexico. They were ranchers. My mom's dad was a rancher, and my dad was a rancher himself. He cowboyed when he was young, and then he got enough leverage to buy himself some land and started ranching. But my mom's dad had a bigger ranch. He had a lot of cattle, and he had a big ranch in Mexico. And so I think my mom was a lot more disciplined, a lot more hardcore than my dad in that sense, and the whole drive. Not to say that my dad didn't have it, he did, but I think that my mom had more like an industrious type of mentality because of her dad. But grandpa was very industrious. He was a town mayor, and he had the biggest ranch in the town, or not in the town, but he had a house in town, but he had the biggest ranch of all the townspeople and whatnot. And so he's very very busy all the time, very industrious. And I think my mom picked that up. He's always doing something new, building schools or some type of thing. And so I say it maybe runs a little bit in the family. I have a couple of brothers who are. I have another brother who's, I think, more intense than I am. I think I'm pretty intense, but I have another brother who's he's a business guy, and he's very, very intense. I'm a bit more chill than him. He's like, go, 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 go. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna chill today. But I think you learn from everybody, you know. Like I learn a lot of stuff from him, and I continue to learn a lot of stuff from my dad, learn from my mom. I learn from people that I work for. I work for a shipping heir. This dude's family had a lot of. They own a lot of those huge ships from Singapore. And I learned a lot from that dude. I learned patience from him. Interestingly, I think there's a lot of patience to learn. Patience is a very difficult thing to learn, I think. Patience is training your mind to continue working, but be calm. It's such a hard thing well, it was very hard for me to learn. Usually when we think of patience, we tend to think about kind of resting, and sometimes you have to. But usually that's what comes to mind. Resting, waiting, but patience is most of the time is really not that. What I've learned about patience is work like hell if you need to. If you don't need to, don't. But if you need to. And have faith at the same time. I feel like patience is faith. It's trust. You have to trust that it's going to work out, and you don't have to work faster. You don't have to work slower. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing whatever you do, and trust. Patience definitely was one of the hardest lessons for me to learn. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna fully, who knows, but so far it's working for me now. It's kind of working for me. I had no patience. I was very much the type go, you know, move fast, finish the job, move to the next thing. Didn't sleep good enough, who cares? What matters is that you get the job done. And that's fine as a necessity, like if you need to do something, you know, if you absolutely need to do it, that, at least for me, right? That's fine. But that's not a way to live. And so I had to learn how to be effective without losing my mind. People usually think about like, well, you don't have to kill yourself. It has nothing to do with work. I think patience almost has zero to do with work. You can keep working hard and do the things that you need to do. It's the peace of mind as you're doing it. What patience means, and not taking your finger off the what do they say? Your eye off the ball. I was going to say something in Spanish. It's the same thing. Dedo el renglón is in Spanish. It's your eye off the ball, but it's translated a whole different way, but it means exactly the same thing. Don't take your eye off the ball. Yeah, I think, well, at least for me, growing up, when people talked about patience, it was usually meant waiting, you know. And I don't think patience means waiting. Now, there's times that you do have to wait, but it has nothing to do with patience. And so, yeah. I talk about some crazy stuff here, huh? I feel like if you guys let me talk, I'll start talking some nonsense very quick. Yeah, exactly. You put it perfectly. If I could say what you just said right now, patience is moving your body or whatever you need to do with your hands and keep moving as fast or as slow as you need to. It doesn't matter. But slowing down your mind. Exactly. Patience is slowing down your mind. second, guys. All right, let's make another painting. Uno más, uno más. What's up? Hey, what's happening? What's happening, Roger? And Roger. Uno más. I'm gonna make uno más. Yeah, and some of the lessons in life, man. Some are pretty. They sting. Some of the lessons are very, very difficult. I think also patience is so difficult because it has a lot to do with allowing and or surrendering to whatever is in front of you. Not giving up, but surrendering, which is a very interesting concept. And so I think that's why it makes it so weird, you know, to grasp. I think that's why patience is difficult because it's got to do with surrendering, with allowing. You have to work with the fact that you don't have enough time. You have to work with the fact that you don't have enough skill set. That maybe you don't paint the way that you wish you could paint. Yeah, you can learn and you can get better, but right now you're not better, and you have to be okay with that, and you have to treat it as if you're perfect the way it is, because it is perfect the way it is. You know, deal with the fact that maybe you wish you could be selling more art, but you can't right now. And so how do you deal with that? There's always a way, but first you have to surrender to the fact. You have to accept it, so that there's some sort of solution. Because if you don't accept it, there's no solution. There's only fighting it. At some point, the rock doesn't break, your hand breaks. At some point, you have to go around the rock, not continue to fight it. Look at that. It's gonna be a pups. Separating, Roger. So that's why I think patience is such an interesting.
I'd rather get here at 6 in the morning tomorrow because I just learned that they're closing the post on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
So whatever I have to get out, I only have until tomorrow.
Let me go take you because I need to come back and finish some commissions.
Okay, but I gotta finish those two.
As soon as you finish that, I'll go ahead and take you. Okay? I know, yeah, some follow. Here's on Xbox. Family conversations. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I gotta come back because I got 3 commissions I have to work on today. And I can't let another day go by. Yeah, we'll be here at 6. 6 in the morning. Okay, so you ready? Okay. I'll come back and finish this painting. Okay, my friends, I gotta drive my family home. Be back. See, that's what I'm talking about, patience. I'm talking to them about patience. So there it is, my amigos. I'll be right back. I gotta get back and I gotta continue working, but I gotta take my family home. My son's had it with Xbox. I think he's bored and he needs to go home and change the environment. Okay, my friends, I'll talk to you in a bit. Peace out, and yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later today. Adios.